Hey everybody, today I'm going to do another random record of the week. This is where I choose a random record from my collection using my Discogs app, and I will then talk about it. So here's what we're going to do. Open up the Discogs app, focus in there, you go to your collection, then you hit the little dots up there, and then you click random item. And it is an album by Donovan. Let me go find that in the collection right now. So the album this week is Donovan in Concert. This is a 1968 US pressing. It happens to be a Santa Maria pressing from the Santa Maria pressing plant. And this album is on the Epic label, and this is the stereo version. Now my copy here is not in great shape. I think I picked this one up probably in like a dollar bin a very, very long time ago. I don't know, maybe like 10 years now, maybe 15 years at this point. I went on a bit of a Donovan run where I was interested in Donovan, and I picked up as many of his albums as I could and just try to get him as low cost as I could as well. That's the great thing about collecting vinyl. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of this as well. But if you're new to collecting, some of the great things about record collecting, in my opinion, is that you can go into almost any record shop and they have like a dollar bin or a under $5 bin or whatever, and you can find some really interesting stuff, and it's a good way to discover new music. And I mean, it's like you're not really out that much money, you're just taking a chance on something. And I found so many wonderful artists that way, especially a lot of like jazz people that I wasn't aware of. And this was definitely a dollar bin find. And of course, when you get something from the dollar bin, it's going to be not in the best shape. Like this, you know, the sleeve here is pretty destroyed. And let's look at the record itself. Yeah, it's pretty beaten up, but it's playable. It's on the Epic Yellow label. Again, this is a Santa Maria pressing. And if I'm going to be honest, I have not listened to this in a really long time. I probably listened to this like, when I got it, I probably listened to it like maybe 1 or 2 times. I seem to kind of remember just not being that impressed with it. It's just Donovan and his acoustic guitar, if I remember right. Let me look at the back here. I'll probably list the musicians. Yeah, I think it's just Donovan and his guitar, which is not a bad thing, of course, but it's got some great songs, that's for sure. I mean, songs like There's a Mountain is great. Celeste is a really fantastic song. Let's see what's on side 2. Rider in the Sun is fantastic. And of course, Mellow Yellow. He closes the album out with Mellow Yellow. So it's got a bunch of great Donovan songs. When it comes to Donovan though, my favorite Donovan albums are, I love Where Your Love Like Heaven. I think that's my favorite Donovan album. I obviously love a lot of his singles are amazing. Sunshine Superman, Hurdy-Gurdy Man. He's just got a lot of great songs. And actually, there was a compilation that came out for Donovan. I'll put it up here after I do the editing here. I can't remember the exact name of it. But it was a CD compilation. It was like a 2-disc set that came out like in like the 90s. And I had that, a friend of mine gave that to me, and I listened to that over and over again. And that was like my introduction to Donovan. And I've always just loved that compilation. So Donovan obviously is a fantastic artist and worth checking out if you haven't heard some of his stuff before. Of course, there's a Beatle connection there too, if that's interests you at all. Donovan helped write a couple of Beatles songs, actually. And when I say write, he gave some like just minimal ideas. Like on Yellow Submarine, I know Paul was asking for some lyrical help, and Donovan came up with Sky of Blue, Sea of Green in our Yellow Submarine. Actually, Donovan and George Harrison, while they were studying Transcendental Meditation in India, George helped Donovan write a verse of Hurdy-Gurdy Man that actually was never used, but there's some clips on YouTube of Donovan actually singing that verse that George helped him write. Then of course, famously, Donovan, while they were in India, he taught John Lennon how to do that finger picking style that John uses on like Julia, He used it on Dear Prudence. Some of his solo stuff he used that finger picking on, like the song Look at Me. So Donovan was very influential when it came to being a friend and a contemporary artist with the Beatles, and of course they influenced him as well. But just an interesting artist. And this album, Donovan in Concert, cool to show, and that's why I do these videos, these random records of the week, because I would never ever talk about this album if it wasn't just randomly picked for me via my Discogs app. So that's it for this week. More videos to come. By the way, if you're interested, I am selling records again. On the link down below is my eBay page. Check that out, and more videos to come. So take care and bye for now.